The journey to great peanut butter starts with one step: a truckload of potential arriving straight from the farm. Inside, millions of peanuts await their destiny. They're about to face the most rigorous selection process in the snack world. But first, security. Before any peanut gets passed, its entire batch is logged, sealed, and prepared for inspection. This QR code is a peanut passport. It tracks everything from the field to its arrival time. Traceability is key. With paperwork sorted, it's time for the first human check. This crucial step looks for any initial signs of imperfection. What makes the perfect peanut? A combination of size, shape, and swagger. Only the absolute best will make it through. Next up, the lab. A small sample undergoes intense scientific trials, a job interview for flavor and quality. Now, machines take over. This AI-guided optical sorter is the first gatekeeper, judging each peanut with robotic precision. Having passed the AI's gaze, the peanuts are liberated from their shells, revealing the kernel within. Time for a quick spa day. A light dusting of seasoning enhances flavor before they head to the roaster. The scale of this operation is immense. This is an avalanche of peanuts, destined for future sandwiches and snacks. The factory journey is a ballet of stainless steel. Every chute is designed for maximum efficiency and hygiene. Precision is key. The flow must be constant, so machines downstream are never starved or overwhelmed. This Archimedes screw pushes peanuts forward, a testament to ancient engineering in a modern food factory. Another round of sorting. A vibrating screen separates by size, ensuring only uniform peanuts move on. The pace is relentless. In the time it takes to watch this, thousands of pounds of peanuts move through the system. By now, these are the elite. The few, the proud, the perfectly sorted. They are ready for their transformation, the final collection point before the heat. It's the last time these peanuts will exist in their raw, unroasted state. With sorting complete, new robotic arms take charge, delivering the peanuts to the heart of the operation. This is where the magic happens. The roasting process is what unlocks the deep, nutty flavor that defines peanut butter. From old-school drums to modern marbles, the goal is the same. Apply heat evenly for golden brown perfection. Constant motion is crucial. These paddles prevent burns and guarantee a consistent roast for every peanut. Like a culinary cement mixer, the machine tumbles the massive batch, ensuring every peanut gets its moment in the heat. The modern approach uses sensors to monitor temperature, humidity, and color, controlling the process with scientific accuracy. But it all comes down to raw power. This jet of flame provides intense heat to toast the nuts through to their core. You can see the transformation. The peanuts develop a rich, warm color as their natural oils begin to emerge. This system uses reflected light to analyze the roast's color, shutting off the heat at the exact moment of perfection. Once roasted, they must be cooled immediately. They are poured onto a massive cooling tray to stop the cooking process cold. A river of roasted peanuts flows across this perforated surface as air from below carries away the intense heat. Just when they thought exams were over, the AI is back for one last look. The final inspection before butter. The peanuts now enter the final flavoring stage. This is where they'll be seasoned to match the product's signature recipe. A delicate mist of seasoning coats each peanut as it tumbles by, ensuring a perfectly even distribution of flavor. Now fully prepared, the finished peanuts cascade into a holding bin, ready for the final, most dramatic transformation. The factory's robotic muscle moves in. This automated arm can transport thousands of pounds of peanuts without breaking a sweat. It glides along its track, moving precious cargo from the roasting area to the next production stage. Through automated doors into another sanitized room. Cross-contamination is the enemy, and automation is the ultimate defense. Even in this high-tech world, the human touch is sometimes needed to keep the process flowing smoothly. This auger moves the peanuts along, giving a final jostle to shake loose excess seasoning or debris. The final purification. Anything that isn't a perfect, whole, seasoned peanut is filtered out here. Quality control makes a final appearance, taking a sample weight to ensure the batch meets specs before grinding. Every gram counts. Consistency is what turns a good product into a great one, and it all starts with meticulous measurement. From the scales, they're fed into the main mixing drum. Their time as individual peanuts is coming to an end. A plot twist. This factory is ambidextrous, also handling almonds. A different nut, but the same dedication to quality. And here we go. High-pressure rollers begin the grinding process, pulverizing the nuts and releasing their natural oils. What went in as a solid comes out as a smooth, flowing paste. This is the birth of nut butter. This river of pure peanut butter flows into a massive conditioning tank where the final recipe is created. Giant paddles slowly churn the mixture, conditioning it to create that perfectly smooth, creamy, and spreadable texture. Not everyone likes it smooth. For crunchy connoisseurs, roasted peanuts and chocolate chips are added to the mix. The mixer gently folds in the chunky ingredients, distributing them evenly throughout the creamy base without breaking them down. And there it is, the finished product, a perfect blend of creamy and crunchy, ready for the bottling line. From here, the peanut butter embarks on a journey through a sealed, climate-controlled highway of stainless steel pipes. This maze of pipes keeps the product at the perfect temperature and consistency on its way to the filling machines. Along the way, it passes through pasteurization units. Brief, intense heat ensures the product is safe and shelf-stable. A bank of gauges monitors every variable: pressure, temperature, flow rate. Nothing is left to chance. To meet demand, multiple parallel lines run, each churning out gallons of product every minute. This entire system, stretching the length of the factory floor, is essentially one giant enclosed river of deliciousness. Nearing its journey's end, the peanut butter is held in massive tanks for one final mix before bottling. The hypnotic, swirling vortex ensures that every jar will have the exact same perfect consistency as the last. In a separate pipeline, specialized ingredients like peanut oil can be blended in to perfect the texture and prevent separation. The stage is set. The product is ready, and an army of empty jars advances to meet their destiny. Before they can be filled, every jar must be pristine. The first stop is a high-pressure air blast to remove any dust. A synchronized blast of ionized air neutralizes any static and ensures that not a single speck of dust remains. Next, they enter the sterilization tunnel. A bath of intense ultraviolet light eradicates any microscopic contaminants. It's a futuristic light show with a serious purpose, guaranteeing the container is as clean as the product inside. Once sterilized, a robotic arm with a gentle touch transfers the jars to the main filling line with care. One last automated inspection. A laser grid scans the bottom of each jar for microscopic cracks or flaws. The filling nozzles descend, a marvel of mechanical precision designed to fit the mouth of each jar perfectly. The jars move like soldiers on parade, marching relentlessly toward the moment they will be filled with purpose. The synchronized movement of the machinery is mesmerizing. Every piston and guide rail works in perfect harmony. This close, you can appreciate the engineering. These nozzles will inject the perfect amount without spilling a single drop. And here it is, the crescendo. A dozen jars filled simultaneously in seconds, repeating the process endlessly. Immediately after filling, a vision system checks each jar's level. Any that are off are automatically rejected. A mechanical spatula sweeps across the top, creating that perfectly flat surface you see when you open a jar. To guarantee freshness, a robotic arm precisely places a foil seal over the mouth of each jar. A heated press then descends, using induction heating to bond the foil to the glass rim for an airtight seal. An optical scanner inspects the seal one last time, ensuring its integrity before the lid is applied. The capping machine is a blur of motion, spinning and tightening lids with a speed no human could match. This station gives each lid one final calibrated twist, applying the exact torque for a secure but easy-to-open seal. This device tests the seal by creating a vacuum around the jar, ensuring it's completely airtight and won't leak. The jars now receive a final cleaning, a quick spray and wipe to remove any smudges before getting their labels. The finished, sealed jars are now officially a product. They just need to get dressed for the party. A pneumatic arm sorts and guides the jars, ensuring they enter the labeler in a perfect single-file line. And now, the final piece of the puzzle. The labeling machine stands ready with a massive roll of identities waiting. At this speed, the labels are just a blur of color. The machine applies hundreds of labels per minute. As the jar spins, the label is pressed on, wrapping around the container perfectly, without a single bubble or crease. A secondary roller gives it one last press, ensuring the adhesive is fully bonded to the glass. Finally, an inkjet printer applies the batch code and expiration date. Every jar now has its own unique birthday. Fully dressed and documented, the jars march onward, nearly at the end of their production journey. Their smooth journey around the final bend signifies the transition from individual products to units ready for casing. A master packer robot gently lifts a squadron of jars and places them into their shipping carton. While one robot packs, another builds the boxes, transforming flat cardboard into sturdy containers in a split second. The robotic arm works like an expert game of Tetris, fitting each jar perfectly into the case with precision. Once full, the case is automatically folded and sealed, ready to protect its contents on the long journey ahead. A shipping label is applied, containing all info needed to get this case from the factory to the store shelf. Every single case is weighed. If the weight is off by even a fraction, the box is diverted for inspection. In the warehouse, a larger robot takes over, stacking the finished cases onto a pallet for shipping. The completed pallet is then shrink-wrapped, a plastic cocoon that keeps the cases together and protects them. Now a single solid unit, the pallet glides down a conveyor, officially leaving production and entering the logistics hub. One final scan. Lasers confirm the pallet's dimensions and read its master label, logging it into the inventory system. At the end of the line, it waits. Its automated journey is over. Now heavy machinery takes over. The humble forklift is the undisputed king of the warehouse, moving immense weight with surprising agility. With the pallet secure, the driver begins the journey across the vast warehouse floor to the loading dock. The warehouse is a city unto itself, with towering skyscrapers of goods and highways for forklifts. The destination is in sight, a waiting truck, ready to begin the next leg of the supply chain. Loading a trailer is a precise art. The operator carefully maneuvers the pallet into the designated spot. Piece by piece, the truck is filled, its empty space transformed into a tightly packed mobile warehouse. With the last pallet in place, the forklift exits, its mission complete. The truck is now ready for departure. A final inventory scan on the loading dock confirms every case for this shipment is safely aboard the truck. The doors are closed and latched, signaling the end of the warehousing stage. The product is officially in transit. A tamper-proof security seal is applied. This tag ensures the trailer remains unopened until its final destination. With the cargo secure, the final manifest is printed. This document is the driver's Bible for the journey. The dispatcher hands over the paperwork. A simple exchange transferring responsibility for for thousands of dollars in goods. With orders in hand, the driver climbs aboard his powerful rig, ready to haul this precious cargo across the country. The engine turns over. The factory's complex systems fall silent as the roar of a diesel engine takes over. The wheels begin to turn. The peanut butter has officially left the nest. Clearing the final security gate, the truck is released onto the open road. From the controlled environment of the factory to the wild expanse of the nation's highways. For hours or even days, the driver is the sole guardian of the product, navigating traffic and terrain. The journey ends at a regional distribution center. Here, the seal is checked, and the truck is cleared for unloading. Inside, the process reverses. The massive pallet is unloaded, its contents now broken down for individual store orders. The cases are placed onto another web of conveyors, where they are automatically sorted by their final destination. From a massive tractor-trailer to smaller delivery trucks, the product gets ever closer to the customer. Inside the store's stockroom, an employee picks the specific case needed to replenish the shelves. At long last, after a journey of thousands of miles and dozens of machines, the jar is placed on the shelf. Here, in the final foot of its journey, the product faces its ultimate test: the customer's choice. A quick check of the label, the ingredients, the expiration date. A moment of consideration. The decision is made. A single jar out of all the millions produced has been chosen. The final stage of its commercial life begins at the checkout counter. With the beep of the scanner, ownership is officially transferred. The product now belongs to its consumer. Safely packed away, the jar is about to make the final, most important part of its journey: the trip home. Through a quiet neighborhood, at the end of a long day, a simple pleasure is about to be enjoyed. It has arrived. On a kitchen counter, the jar has finally reached the place it was always meant to be. The satisfying crack of the lid being twisted for the very first time. The seal is broken. Peeling back the foil seal reveals the prize within, perfectly preserved since the moment it left the factory. And now, the first scoop. Breaking through that pristine surface to get to the crunchy, creamy goodness below. The texture, the aroma. It's the culmination of every step we've witnessed, from the farm to the factory to the forklift. Spread on a piece of toast, the journey is complete. A complex global process, all for one simple, perfect bite.